Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Trayshawn Goss, type 1 diabetic professional basketball player. And I'm here just to talk about my journey, how I became a type 1 diabetic, just talk about my mental health, how I overcame it, and just talk about the athletic side being a type 1 diabetic, and just also just give inspiration and shed the light, on others out there that's trying to learn how to deal with it and cope with it and how to overcome stuff. And so hopefully I can be a help by sharing my journey and my story with you. First thing I want to talk about is how I found out how I became a type 1 diabetic. And that was the signs and symptoms that were showing. So one night when I was 18 years old, I was waking up and I had to urinate a lot. I was going to the bathroom probably like 6 or 7 times that night. And, I didn't pay that any mind, And then the next day when I went to school, each class period that I had, I was telling my teachers, I had to go to the restroom, and I was going probably 3 or 4 times each class period. Some of my teachers thought I was joking, but I really did have to go to the restroom. And then my next signs that I started to show was I was very dehydrated. Like I wanted to drink a lot of water and Gatorade, and I could never get rid of the thirst that I was feeling. It would never go away. I kept drinking water and Gatorade all day. And then I started to get very, very fatigued, and especially me being an athlete, it was rare because my fatigue and stamina was always at an all-time high for me. And I was getting tired as soon as I stepped on the basketball court, or just during the day. Like I would feel very just sleepy and tired and just feel short of breath. And then I would say my next sign was I started to get like very nausea, like I had to throw up and getting crazy headaches. Like it was like somebody was just punching me in the head, like very bad migraines throughout the day. And then my vision started to get very blurry here and there, once I started having the headaches and stuff like that. And then my last symptom that I was really showing that I started to have heartburn every time I was digesting food. It would just, my heart would just start burning, like I would swallow a whole bunch of hot sauce or something like that, So yeah, that was like my first symptoms that I started to show. So after I let a week go by, I finally told my mother, and she scheduled an appointment at one of the nearby clinics for me. So she took me to the clinic, and they did a couple tests. They did a urine test and did a blood test on me. And so I'm kind of scared at this point, not knowing what's really going on with me. I just thought I was sick. So a lot of thoughts were just running through my mind. So when the doctor came out, he told me, he was like, yeah, you're a type 1 diabetic. You tested positive for that. And so now in my mind, everything is just racing. I'm like, what is this? I never heard of it. Didn't know anything about it. I was very scared. At 18 years old, I thought I was going to die. I wouldn't be able to play sports again, and this is my senior year in high school. So, everything was just going so fast and just hit me all at once. I'm like, man, I'm about to go to college and play basketball. I was scared to tell schools that was recruiting me that I was just diagnosed with it. I didn't know if they was going to take my scholarships away or anything like that. So, it was just very, very scary and just confusing at this point in my life where I didn't know if I was going to live or not, So, yeah. So after I found out that I became a type 1 diabetic, I got introduced to a great endocrinologist, and his name is Adam Moss. And Adam Moss is somebody who gave me confidence back into myself and hope, just because I just found out I was diagnosed with becoming a type 1 diabetic. And, so I just want you guys to stay tuned for the next one, and I'm going to talk about how I overcame mental health. Thank you.